Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we have the Invasion event. Pretty sure, let's go make sure. Invasion, and we have Undead as our troop type, and we have Ankhekt as our siege breaker. With a new weapon here, Scarab Blade. Man, it's really trying to get me on these pronunciations today. Put it in the comments. Ankhekt and Scarab Blade. Let me jump over, make sure I'm ready to go on everything here. Boom. I'm going to buy up to this weapon, of course. Normally that's what you want to do, so you can get your turns, get your potions, get any other extra good stuff while you're getting the weapon, instead of buying it in the Soul Forge. I know I say this a lot, but I think reiteration is a good teaching tool, and not everybody's here. Not everybody's here all the time, right? So, let me jump into the chat. Hey, Mark, Joey, and DC United, how's it going? Let's go to live chat. That's cool, Mark. Let me do my teams, and then I'll definitely use yours a little bit later. I want to try to do it like off the top of my head real quick, and then I'll make a no. Then I'll take teams from the chat. So if you're still here, if you're not, you can go ahead and put it down, and I'll check it out later on. But for sure, I will check out chat teams if we have time. I have I don't know how long I'm gonna go today. I started super late, but let's buy up to this weapon first. So I'm gonna buy the first one, of course. D-Rock's here. Hey, D-Rock, how's it going? Tyrion Shark is here also. Thank you guys for joining me today. Appreciate you. Okay. I haven't given the points from the Sekiro video, but I will do that after this live stream. So if anybody thinks they're owed a point, then you probably are. Alright, Potion of Enchantment. I've just been really busy lately. Tier 2, of course. Sorry, I'm still getting everything set up here, so I'm going slowly. Potion of Explosion and the weapon, which is a decent weapon. I think it explodes, and then it's an undead weapon. Like, it gives a positive status effect to your undead allies and summons an undead. I think it's one of those good weapons, right? Explode purple gems, grant a random status effect to all undead allies, then summon an undead troop. So those are always good. You should almost always grab those. They're not like an A tier or S tier or anything, but they're super solid weapons. Explodey weapons that do two other things. Like, why not? Alright, I'm almost ready. Very close. Next 30 seconds, max. Alright, got that. Got that. I'm in the chat. Let's pin a comment. Let's just say DC United, MVS, baby. Boop, boop, boop. Bang. Pin that one. Boom. Alright, I'm ready to go. Let's make a team. For invasions, we got the Scarab Blade, the Scarab Blade, the Scaraba Blade, the Scrabe Blade. Let's see if I can say it 5 different ways. Maybe I'll get it right. The Scarab. Alright. Let's go Krogering. Edit teams. Base rarity. And what do we have to work with here? So invasion is the tower troops. So eventually you're going to have 4 towers. So in this event, it's very... the siege breaker is pretty important. Like, if it's a raid event, it's kind of the opposite. They're less important because there's only one Zul'Goth. Now, it's cool to have a raid troop so you can kill that Zul'Goth before it kills you, but in an invasion event, there's 4 towers. So having the siege breaker or multiples of the event troop is actually usually pretty good, and it's definitely probably what I'll use later and for the no. What up, Popsicle? How's it going? He says, hi, Cinny and Sinners. Tyrion says, 10 crowns per day. They fixed the glitch that allowed up to 20. I know. I wanted to talk about that because guess what? Remember when the crowns first came out and I was saying, like, man, I think I got more than 10 this one day or whatever? And people were like, no. You can only get 10 per day now. You're wrong, Sinnycool. No. It's only 10 per day. Guess what? There was a bug and you could get up to 20, and they fixed it. So that always happens to me. Like, I think I'm right. Somebody tells me I'm wrong. I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm wrong. And then something comes out later to where I was right. Arachnean Weaver, for example. Let's see. What should we do? Got Ferris Ra, Shade of Zorn. The Grey King might be good early on to quick clear. Maybe. Depending on... He's really good against teams that use all the same color. So I don't know about that. Bone Dragon's kind of fun. We got Judge of the Dead. Boosted by my souls. Gems of chosen color to souls. We got Bloodhammer. Lady Marana. Vanya's usually pretty good sometimes. The Ghost Queen. So we could do a Ghost Queen, Grey King. And I'll do a no later. So please, if you don't have these troops, just stick around. So we got 7 mana from enemy, then steal 57 life, boosted by purple gems. Then we have destroy all gems of a chosen color. All enemies of that color take true damage on our mana drain, silenced and frozen. I wish I had 2 Grey Kings. I don't know why I don't. That's poopy. Yo, DC, thank you so much. Appreciate that, man. Popsicle. Mark Joey has a team. I'll definitely take it later. If you're sticking around. If you have to leave or something, you can definitely throw it in the chat. I just don't want to, if you show me your team, I'll probably end up using something similar, just because that's how your brain works, you know? Tyrion said, only if you used reset to your advantage. I accidentally got 11 a few days as I figured out what caused it. Ended up with rewards a few days earlier than I should have. Joshua said, technically the Arachnean Weaver didn't go away because it happened again with Kalika, right? Well, now they say that's working as intended. Sometimes that's their catch-all answer. If something happens that's not supposed to happen, they just say it's working as intended, and then they make it that way going forward. You know what I mean? DC, you just got a point, man. And if you did the Sekiro thing I asked, you might have another point, but I don't know if you did. I got to go back and look. If anybody wants to sneak in a point, you could probably go back to that Sekiro video before I take a look at it. What else? We got Graveseer, green gems to purple, enchant the strongest ally. That should probably be pretty good. And he's using yellow and red. 2 colors we don't use yet. So that's cool. Throw that over there. Probably do a weapon now, but I'm making sure there's no crazy good, like, empowered exploder or something that I'm missing. Banshee... I don't know what I'm thinking there. Corpse Mare would be a good, maybe no troop. But mostly, if you want to get the no early, most likely you're going to use multiples of the Ankhekt troop with like a Mang or an Earth's Fury or a Trickster Shot or an Explodey weapon. And then maybe if you have the Ghost Queen, if he's undead, right? So if you have the Ghost Queen somehow, even though that's not a no. I'm going to start with this. Okay, so green gems to purple, enchant the strongest ally. Boosted by purple, so that should work well together. And so I probably want it like that, first of all. What kind of weapon should I use? Life and Death would be cool, right? Even though it'll be blocking the crap. Oh, let's just try it. Let's go Life and Death, if it's available. Or you could do that new Explodey weapon, of course. Or you could do, anything else. I mean, you can definitely get the new Explodey weapon that's in the shop that everybody's probably going to get. But for the early battles here, let's go Life and Death. We'll put Graveseer at the bottom. Put Grey King here. And I would probably start with something like this. This is my first thought team. So he's fully. She's fully. Of course he is. Class. Should we make ourselves undead? What does that mean? Sorcerer? Mark Joey says, just Raw team minus Lep put in tower troop. Nice. Yeah. Ferris Ra might be okay for this. It does transform. It is kind of a mana generator. Just a single target damage, but you could use it for its conversion, maybe. I could see that. We have multiple undead classes, That's not even undead. What's undead, then? I always forget that the weekend event's not based on the weekly. What's our undead? It's probably Necro? or it's Damon. I don't have to make it Undead. I could just use any other 50% start class with a Brown Storm, so Elementalist. So never mind. I'm going to do Elementalist. And I have a Brown Storm, Dust Storm. I got Rock Solid. And I'm trying to level it, so why not? Let's do Elementalist. And the Ghost Queen's really only starting the Grey King with 50% mana now. But it also starts itself, and they both do true damage, and so does my weapon. So I think it's still fine. Even though most of the time when you're using a 50% start troop, you want to do multiple, you know, start multiples. Let's go... We got brown and purple. So double brown, purple minus yellow, double brown, purple minus green. And we're using every single color. We got brown, purple, blue, green, yellow, and red. So if I was going to minus something, it would be either red or yellow. So this looks good. Double brown, purple minus yellow. And let's see how this goes. You could definitely do something quicker early, for sure. You could use a weapon that hits all enemies. Let's go look real quick, just real quick, just to, because that's what most people are going to do. They're very early battles. They're going to use something that hits all enemies. Like even Draculus would probably be okay. Who else? Crimson Bat, all enemies. But most likely you would use a weapon. Even Judge of the Dead. So you could use Ferris Ra and Judge of the Dead, maybe. If Ferris Ra is an option. I heard somebody say it, so... Must be. Yeah, Ferris Ra and Judge of the Dead would probably go well together in this event. Even Vanya, like, super early. You could do Vanya with, like, Dawnbringer. Dawnbringer, 2 Vanyas, and, like, you know, something else. Just for the early quick clear, you know? But, anyway, let's go. Just trying to give you some options, because you know how those first, like, 10 battles are super easy, and you just want to get through them. Oh, there's Gallagher Tanny. Gallagher Tanny, I think we've seen you before. I think you're a bot. So say something else, or I'm going to mute you. Say something coherent that isn't just VOA-FYI, and I won't mute you. One of my mods wants to keep an eye on that. You can go ahead and mute that person, or time them out at least. Because I think it's a bot. What are the restrictions? It's Undead, I think. Just Undead. Tyrant says, working as intended is exactly how I got 20 crashers per day for a week, right? Joshua says, if it's working as intended, they should specify that troops like Kalika can be found in event chests during their exclusive week. Death Knight, says D-Rock. Pedro, I did Mountain Crusher Crimson Bat ×2 Ghost Queen, and it's really fast. Yeah, for sure. Mark Joey didn't lose one match or troop. Awesome, dude. Good morning, Lee Diesel. What up, man? I'm going to make your video tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. D-Rock says, if you aren't doing no, Crimson, Dracula's Ghost Queen weapon is fastest for the longest. Nice. I know a lot of people like to use Dracula's. And he would be a good option, like, instead of maybe... I don't know. Alright, we can change green to purple. We don't have it. We don't have an extra turn, so let's just cast... Actually, let's do this first. Kill 3 of them. And then this. So, I think this would also go pretty far. Your life and death is stealing life, giving it to itself. I'm using Elementalist, so I got a barrier. The Grey King can disable certain troops if you need to. Ghost Queen starting. Everybody's starting with at least 50% mana or empowered. So here we go. We got this. Let's see. Let's do red into brown, maybe. Looking good there. Okay. We got Graveseer again. Let's do this first. Then we'll go this. Get rid of him. Brown and red. Doesn't really matter, he's dead. But not slow or anything, and this will work late also. So let's keep it moving. Thank you, DC, for muting or whatever deleting that message. Thank you. D-Rock says, if you aren't doing... Yeah, I read that one. BB King, hello. How's it going? Tyrion said, they did state Kalika was in event keys Friday to Sunday and website this time, so they learned from Weavergate. Yeah, they're just... It's working as intended, so now they're going to make sure they say that it is, you know? Brown extra turn. Green to purple. Don't have it. Let's go with this. And Gray King. And green or blue. I don't know why I moved. I could have just done green. What's up, King? How's it going, man? Are bots able to delete messages, or did someone else delete Gallagher's message? Nah, DC got it. He's my moderator. One of the Knights of the Round Table. He got it for me. That was happening in the last live stream. A person would come in, say something weird, and then never say anything else. So let's get them out of here. All right, green to purple. Look for that first, but if not, boom. And green to purple, no. Let's get blue if we have it. No blue. Let's get green. No green. Okay, let's do red into brown. Now we have this. Sure. Kill that. Now Gray King, green or brown. Get out of here. How's it going, King? How's it going today? Doing some invasion right now. I've been slacking on the game a little bit. I've just been really busy. So, I hope I can still get all my crowns. I'm pretty sure I can. Like yesterday, I think I only did Adventure Board and Dungeon. I'm still not done with my campaign. I didn't get all my crowns yesterday. I only got like 3 or 4 or 5 or something. So, I'm kind of glad I'm playing right now. Let's see. We got green to purple. You always got to look for that first. And then, what kind of order do we want to do this in? How many troops use the same mana? We got green, blue, brown and purple, green and red. Okay, so it doesn't matter too much. Let's just do this. So I have to cast, like... You could probably find a team that only needs to cast, like, twice until you get to, like, a few towers. My team's having to cast at least twice, or 3 or 4 times. But I think this would work super late, too. We've got a red extra turn we don't need. Graveseer is a stinky diaper baby. We got this, though. So, 2 of them use brown, 2 of them use red. Whatever has the most, red or brown. Okay, brown. So we'll do brown. And I had to summon, but I killed it with skulls. We'll do life and death. Hey, Sunfox Homestead, how is it going? Joshua says, Tyrion, that's not good enough. Not everyone checks websites. The developers need to announce it in-game. Yep, totally true. Hug back to you, Sunfox. Hug back to you. Professor said, I just recently crafted Gray King, so haven't used it much. It's pretty awesome. I ranked it as like an S- on my tier list. He's not awesome for everything. Like, you have to... The other team has to use a lot of the same color to get the most out of him, right? So he's not useful in, like, every single situation. But he is really good. When he's good, he's really good. But there is that caveat of him occasionally not being the best, because if every single enemy troop uses different colors, then you're like kind of blamming them down one at a time, and that's not the best. Alright, remember green to purple, don't have it. Let's just use these skulls, get a kill. Green to purple, don't have it again. Let's do blue. Green to purple, still don't have it. Let's get this brown, I guess. Alright, everybody's getting close. There we go. We got... Okay. Whatever the most is. We got yellow, purple, and red. So we'll do red. Get that kill. Get that kill. Yeah, just remember towers are immune to all status effects. That's true. I'd probably be mostly using them for the true damage towards the end. And I might even switch my team up towards the end when there's 4 towers, because like D-Rock said, you won't be able to use any of his disabling stuff. But you can still use his true damage. And all the towers are probably different colors too, so yeah, that's true. He might not be the best for like the super duper 4 tower end of the event. Let's just do that. Get out of here. Joshua says, we pretty easy too, in my opinion, but I had to switch to Archer class as the battles got harder. D-Rock says, I can kill everything with TGK. King says, I used Bat Swarm for these early battles for fast clear. Yeah, like the Crimson Bat. That's a good idea. I think somebody else said that too. Professor said, yeah, I run EOE a while before. Yeah, right. Purple, we are not getting our convert very often. It's annoying. If we got that convert more often, this team would be more impressive. But doesn't want to happen. Which one should I do? The brown or the skulls? Let's just do this. And then now Gray King with on red is going to be amazing. Kill everybody. Get out of town. 66. What level do you guys have your Elementalist on? I've been, like I said, not playing enough, slacking, but I got mine on level 66. I think that's decent for as much as I've been playing, which isn't a lot. I bet a lot of you have it on 100, huh? Alright, good old Graves here with his stinky convert that's never happening. We want to not sit here for too long deciding what color to take. Let's just do that. There he is, finally. And do they have any colors? Red. Killed 3 people. I'm a mass murderer. Come on. Let me cast Life and Death so I can win. There we go. Is it called Bat Swarm or Crimson Bat? I forgot. I think it's Crimson Bat. The one that hits all enemies is, at least. Unless Crimson... I don't know. Maybe Bat Swarm does hit all enemies. I don't use them that much. But that's like a lower rarity troop. Crimson Bat's like a legendary. Let's go look. The Bat Swarm. Yeah, it must be Crimson Bat because I don't see Bat Swarm. But I knew what you meant, you know? Sometimes other countries, I think their troops are called different stuff. I mean, of course, it's a different language. You know what I mean? BB King said, I just joined a good guild and the... I'm not sure what you're saying, BB King. I think you're saying that you just joined a good guild and you're trying to do guild wars? Is that what you're asking? I'm sorry. D-Rock says 94. Pamela says good morning. Professor says 73. That's their levels on Elementalist. How's it going, Rich Kaufman? Pamela's here. Pamela says, according to the forum, we are having a vault event next Tuesday to Thursday. I guess kind of compensation for the bugs. That's good. And the other vault event was going to be on Christmas, so that might be part of the reason as well. But I think you nailed it on the head there. I was going to make a video about that, but I didn't get to do it. I'm still trying. I still might. I still might make a video. An extra video later today. I'm going to try, but no guarantees. I might just cast this, because I'm tired of not casting it. And let's use our skulls. I don't know why we didn't kill that time. Let's do this. Gray King, no matching troops there, so let's just get rid of him. And now we can do red or blue, which doesn't really matter. Let's do blue. Rich Kaufman and Pamela. Crisp Purpose is here. Yo, what up, Sinny and the Sinners? I always want to, like, emphasize the P's on your name. Crisp Purpose. I don't know why. King says, mine just level 5. I was concentrating on other classes. D-Rock says they both do. DC says no Guild Wars until after the new year. Yeah, I saw that as well. They're trying to work out the bugs for... Did someone else make a video or something, man? I was going to make that freaking video. I hate people. No, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to be positive today. You might... Yeah, King, I think Titan might be still... I don't know. For a beginner, I don't know. But Elementalist is pretty important. You might want to start concentrating on it. It's definitely like a top 5, top 3. But I could understand if you're trying to make a different kind of team, or you want to do like Titan first or something else. So doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. Let's do... Okay, so we got them. So we're going to do blue. Kill 3 people. Mass murderer. Of course that happened, but it's fine. Bang. Crimson is better, says D-Rock. Rich says, unless they're referring to Midge Swarm, why no Guild Wars? Because their scoring was screwed up, Leo. Scoring was screwed up. It's another bug where some people weren't getting their defensive points on PC mobile, I think. And to give themselves more time to work out the bugs, they're going to postpone Guild Wars until next year, early next year, I guess. But, hey, what's up, Leo? Yeah, Crimson. Joshua says, imagine if the developers never fixed the campaign bug and the people who were just a few levels away couldn't buy into the last few levels. This would certainly make a few people quit, I'm sure, yeah. A lot of people have been quitting lately over various different things. But I've seen a lot of new people come in also, so... I don't know if it's equaling out or what. But hopefully. We got Gray King, we got Red, or Blue. I want to get rid of that tower, that blue tower, if we can. It's a Raven tower. We want our extra turns. Oh, did not kill there. Pamela says they talk about the V event under the recent game issues thread. I'm happy as I won't feel bad for missing some of Christmas Eve Vault event. Yeah. Somebody suggested that that's what they do to make up for all the bugs lately, is to do a Vault event. And the developer said, I don't know if I can do that, but we'll see. And then they actually did it, I guess, according to you guys. So that's cool. Let's get our extra turns. And, okay, so we got blue and red, brown and purple, red and purple. So we can either do... We can do purple or red. And they're both the same, but we use a lot of purple, so let's do purple. Let's do this. It's not killing. Now life and death isn't killing. So I don't know when I'm going to switch to a different team, but I might. Maybe. Might need some tower killers on our no. I gotta do the no anyway, so. We'll use this team for a little bit longer. Hey, Chad, thank you, dude. Chad with the 5, appreciate that. Strodium says, good afternoon, all. Have a nice level 12 Explorer Blue Guild Wars. If they come back, team that you can try. We'll post it after your evasion exploits. Thank you. I look forward to it. D-Rock says Elementalist is really on par with Titan now. Yeah, I don't think I disagree. King says, yes, my Titan was close to 100. I had it yesterday to 100, then I switched to Elementalist. Perfect. Chad said, morning, Cinny and everybody, with the $5. Appreciate you. Let me give you a point while I'm thinking about it. He's going for that MVP. He's pretty close. Chad with 7 and DC with 8, but I don't know who did what on Sekiro, so they might be tied or they might be the same. I don't know. Cybermeister says, I'm a new player and your videos have really helped. I appreciate that. I need new people. That way, like, I don't want to sound like, yeah. Sometimes certain people leave. If new people keep coming in, as long as they're solid, it is what it is. That's why I'm doing the MVS MVP. I can tell who's solid. So I can either cry myself to sleep or just shake it off like a duck. Like water off the back. I'll just look up at the board and say, up, either water off the back or cry myself to sleep. So I love when I see new people, because that helps a lot. Alright, we got all brown over there. So hopefully there's a lot of brown on the board. Ooh, that was nice. So that's what the team's supposed to do right there. Okay, Cyber, if you have any questions, let me know. I like helping beginners. I just ran a whole new account playthrough for like 6 months. Got up to level 500, 600. So I know what's up with being a beginner. I just did it again. Pamela says they forum post also said there would be a special adventure board and some other type of compensation for the... Yeah, I haven't even read the forum today. I was reading it yesterday, though. Or the day before, something like that. I read it in the last, like, 48 hours. When that developer went on there and said, like, why all the bugs are happening and what they're going to do to fix it and all that. I read that one. And people were rejoicing because the developer was actually explaining themselves coherently for once. Instead of just yelling at people and telling them they don't have to say anything or working as intended or whatever. They actually gave reasons and, you know. Let's do this. Alright. Think I'm just gonna do this, unless there's an extra turn. Nope, alright. Got both my dudes up. Let's hit yellow. Or green. Yellow's better than green. Gave them an extra turn, it's okay though. Well, we might as well grab this just in case. Bang. The forum post, okay. D-Rock says probably. Joshua says I was actually talking about the Heliodor event. I can see the confusion since we also still didn't get the 3 stars from the regular campaign event. I'm sure I'm not the only one who didn't realize it was capped at 10 battle crashers a day until several days into the event. Yeah, me too. I actually said it on video. I was like, I feel like I got more than 10. And people were like running to correct me that, no, it's only 10 per day. And then it comes out that actually, at a certain point, it was more than 10. So just listen to me, please. Sometimes I do know what I'm talking about. Sometimes I don't, though. So I get it. Oh, let's see here. Brown. Big old blue. I probably should have checked. Alright, we got double yellow, double purple over there. 12 purple, that'll be nice. Boom, boom. Boom. Matthew says, what makes Titan better than Sentinel in your opinion? 50% start, I think, is the main thing. 50% start. I don't think Sentinel has a 50% start, right? I think that's the main thing. Like, I don't even need to go further. Hope y'all didn't hear that. I had to mute for a second, and I hope you can hear me now. I think as long as I can hear the game on my headphones, y'all can hear me. Boom. Let's see how many we got here. We got blue, purple, yellow. Blue, purple, yellow. So let's do purple. Now we didn't get the kill there, but it's okay, because we'll just do this. Work our way up from the bottom. Now we got green we can do. Alright. And we're gaining life. As we do that, our Ghost Queen gains life every time it casts. Our Life and Death gains life every time it casts. Our Life and Death has a Dust Storm and a Barrier. You know? So the whole team is pretty safe. But I should probably make a no at this point. We're down to 7 sigils. So let's get rid of this stuff. Let's make a no mythic, no legendary, no Dawnbringer team for the invasion event. So we'll start with base rarity. All right. But yeah, that's what I would say, Matthew. D-Rock says, where I would have switched out Titan for Frost Mage to fight goblins, now there's just Elementalist. That is true. Rich says, I usually get to watch your lives after they air. Hey, got one today. I started late. I could do this going forward. I was thinking that as I started today. I was like, you know, if I did my actual real work before I went on live stream, I could then live stream until I have to go pick up the kids. So I could run a poll. Would you guys rather have me start at 10 a.m. or just start whenever I'm done with my work for the day, which could be 11 a.m. or 12 or 1. Depends how much. Like on a Monday, it'd probably be like 1. We usually don't live stream on Monday anyway. But on like a Wednesday, it could be 11, it could be 12, or it could be 1. And then I could go till like 3. What else is going on? King says clean shot. Joshua says Titan better for offense, Sentinel better for defense. Since offense is king in this game, people view Titan as overall better. That's another good point. Cyber says part of the fun is figuring out the game and cringing at your screw-ups. That's for sure. I made plenty of them back in the day. Funky Town, good day, Sinner and gang. I finally made it to a live stream. Hey, Funky Town, how's it going? Rich says, Cinny, when is Keytar happening? I need Ferris Ra. I don't know. We can look at Terran's World. Looks like somebody gave, let me see. Trey Boba with the 5 and Pamela with the 1. Appreciate y'all. Trey and Pamela both get points and appreciate it so much. Trey, let's see if Trey's on here. Are you on here yet, Trey? I mean, you are. Yep, you are. There you are. So Trey's already on here. He gets a second point. Pamela is on here big time. She has 5 points now. So Pamela, you're like in 3rd place. Thank you so much. If you're on the board right now, you're awesome because there's not too many names on there yet. We're halfway into the 2nd row. During the last month, we had the whole board filled up with people. So that's all I was saying the other day. Let me catch back up again. Sorry, y'all. I know I'm way behind. Alright, yeah, we can look up... Does anybody know when Keytar Kingdom is coming? So I don't have to go look it up and I can catch up in chat. If anybody will go see on Terran's World for me, please, if you can. D-Rock says TGK doesn't boost off the amount of mana gems you destroy. Destroy the most common enemy colors shared by the most dangerous first. The most important to you. Yeah, I was mostly doing it for gaining the mana, I guess. I don't know. Or I was thinking of a different troop. You're right. I was probably doing it wrong there. King says, me too was thinking to level Frost Mage, but when Elementalist released, I changed my mind. You can freeze and tangle, etc. every 4 match. It's OP. Matthew says, that makes sense. Thank you. No problem. Yeah, we got a good community here. They will answer your questions sometimes before even I can. Trey says, wife's birthday today, and I got an early start to my weekend to spend with her. Happy birthday to Trey's wife. Happy birthday. Mrs. Trey. Joshua says, I think Archmagus is a really solid second choice to level to 100 after Titan because it works really well with the best soul farming team in the game. Vault is nice, but it only occurs once a month. Happy birthday to Casey! Happy birthday to you! Have a great day. Happy birthday to Casey from Trey and Sinnycool and the Sinners. Rich says, I'm in Vegas, West Coast time, 2 hours behind you. Yeah, the last time I sang happy birthday to somebody, they took away, they were like, I think it was Rich. Was it you, Rich? I sang you happy birthday and you're like, never mind. I don't need that. Pamela said someone had to start the poop train. Well, I appreciate it. D-Rock says, LOL, you are playing catch-up, Pam. Yep. Joshua says, Slayer isn't bad either if a player has dual goth, since Flamethrower also coming late next month is the only troop I'm missing for the fastest Explorer 12 team in the game. No problem, Pamela. I was late, too. I was like an hour late. BB King says, Leprechaun is OP. What other troops have the same ability? You know, Empowered Exploders. I don't know. What other troop is an Empowered Exploder? Funky Town says, happy birthday to all. No problem, Trey. Happy birthday, Casey. YT is not giving me notifications as I have them turned on for this. I know, and people are saying their comments were disappearing too. I'm not erasing comments, so it's not me. Only comments I erase are from bots or from, like, Cartman types that just come on and say I suck. If you're doing constructive criticism, I'm not erasing. Alright, we got Ankhekt, of course. This is the tower troop. Make sure you have it fully traded and fully ascended so it can do the most damage. You might want to even use 2 of them. We'll throw 2 over there for now. Then what else do we need? Not much else, really, but... Draxius. Let's make our no, then I'll take some teams from the chat. If you have them, which I know a couple of you do. Yeah, what's some other empowered exploders besides Leprechaun? I can't think of anything right now. He's mostly... I mean, Thrall is almost an empowered exploder. He only uses 6 mana. And if you use a purple banner, and he's not mana blocked, and you match 1 purple, he's like a... He's a second turn exploder. So Thrall is worth mentioning, but he's not empowered. But he's pretty much... You take 1 purple and you got him up. And then he can get extra turns if you have like a red storm. What else do we want with this team? We could use the new weapon since I know you guys have access to it. What was it called again? I could probably type in Undead, right? Come on now. There it is, the Scarab Blade. It is blue and brown, the exact thing as Ankhekt. That sucks. Blue and purple. This might be good. Dead Gauntlet. And then what else? One more troop. Wall of Bones is pretty nice. 41 armor. All other allies gain 5 attack and mana. Skeleton's cool. It makes skulls and gets an extra turn. There's 2 options for you. What does Banshee do again? I don't know why I keep looking at it. Blue gems to red. But we use blue. I don't know if I want to transform blue. I'm thinking one of the troops I already said. I mean, you could do Graveseer, but we're not using any purple, so never mind. Here's an empowered. Green gems to skulls. Legendary, so we can't use that. So it's got to be one of these bottom troops that I mentioned. Wall of Bones or Skeleton. I think I'd do Wall of Bones. So everybody else can do damage, so might as well have like a booster. A booster seat. Alright, so this is my no. And for our class, now we really want to make ourselves undead. So what was it again? Undead right there, Necromancer. I swear there's 2 of them, though. And the other one's better, right? What'd you guys say earlier that's also undead? Oh, she was sick. Joshua. She went to the doctor and got tested and everything. It's just a ear infection. She got some amoxicillin. But yeah. Death Knight, thank you. Alright, so we can either use Death Knight or Necro. That sucks. They both kind of stink. Oh well, we'll do Death Knight, why not? Let's see what it's got. Get to freeze. Barrier at the start of battle. Dust storm. Or an ice storm. It's not terrible. I'll go with the dust storm. Barrier at start of battle and a dust storm. That's not terrible. I mean, the class is terrible, but... did I do my banner? So, we got 3 brown troops, 2 blue. So we'd probably want something like this. But not minus purple. Double brown, blue, minus yellow. That's perfect. So banner of elements, Nexus. Alright, here's our no team. Dead Gauntlet, Death Knight, double brown, blue, minus yellow. Ankhekt, Wall of Bones. Let's try it out. Let me see if I can catch up on the chat again. DC's activating lurker mode. Appreciate you, man. Denelson Menevez. Not sure what that means. Maybe another bot, but not sure. Say something else if you're not a bot. Tyrion, no Keytar weekly event I see between now and March and Terrence. Oh, no. Appreciate you, DC. King says, I think he's the only empowered exploser. If not, the others could be bad. Alright, we got Chad, DC, so you're cool. Go lurking, baby. Steven says, 8 heard the X-Lax Queen is an exploder. The X-Lax Queen, that's funny. Oh, yeah, that's true, King. I don't know. I think he's a destroyer. But he still gets tons of mana, like he does the whole freaking board. Chad says, sorry, I was in the middle of some guild drama. Uh-oh. Matthew says, the guild drama in this game astonishes me. I want no part of the drama. Same here. I want no part of any drama at all. And you know how you know my history. Well, some of you do. I've been kicked out of a guild. I've had a whole guild disband. I've made my own guild that went crazy and a guy threatened to murder me. And stuff like that. So I've had everything. Let's do that. Ooh, we make skulls? That's crazy. That'll be fun. Ooh, that's a lot of mana. That'll be fun with making the skulls. I don't know about that. D-Rock says, Josh, my ranking, Titan equals Elementalist, then Monk, then Frostmage, then Sunsphere, then Archmagus, then Slayer, then Tidecaller, Stormcaller, Sentinel, everybody else, then Knight. Yeah, I made a top 5 class, best class. We did polls too, so we have plenty on classes if you want class stuff. I did the best 5 classes in the game. I did class polls. If you go look in the community tab, we did tons of class polls and people voted what they thought was the best. If you want to go look at that. And I did one back in the day, like a long time ago. I think it was like the top 3 classes or something. But it's probably not as good. And I don't have Elementalist on any of that yet. It just came out. But yeah, thank you for asking about my daughter, Joshua. She's good. Just had an earache and had to get some amoxicillin. Joshua says, that's just my personal list, D-Rock. I highly value anything that helps me to finish battles faster. The Zool team and Dawnbringer both help with finishing battles faster. Yeah. She's better now, a little bit better. She's still a little cranky. Little cranky, but you know. Let's do this. And doesn't matter really who we kill. But those skulls are a thing. Might have to keep an eye on those skulls. Hopefully they don't backfire. Maybe we put Ankhekt in first slot? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put one of the Ankhekts in first slot. Sometimes I modify my team as I go. I mean, you can't always think of the best team right away. Let's do that. That'll also help with the skull damage coming back at us. Kill him. Ouch. Ouch. Get out of here. Yeah, I might move Ankhekt up. One of them. Speed kills if you get a turn. That's true. King says bats out of hell. It's hail. Because they're nerdy. Matthew says, I used to run my own ARC server, and one of the guys I banned from the server for misconduct messaged me and threatened to come fight me. People are crazy. That's funny. Dr. Mop says, live chat. Yep. Got it. Thank you so much. Georgie, what up? He says, hey, Cinny, happy to catch you live. Recently managed to get my 2 delves to 500 full clear with Pure Faction team, and I have 2 on level 500 for other time to do Pure Faction. That's really good. That's one of the hardest things to do in the game. I think it is. Wouldn't you guys agree? Pure Faction, other than like grindy stuff where you're grinding for books and Kingdom Power level and stuff, probably the hardest thing in the game, like as far as battles, it's probably Pure Faction. Level 500. I mean, there's other stuff like grinding for medals or grinding for books or Kingdom Power and level. Like, that stuff is hard, but it's not like the battles you do aren't as hard. Like, you can fail a level 500 Pure Faction delve. You can't fail grinding for medals. You know what I mean? There's 2 different kinds of difficulty in this game. There's difficulty as in you got to put in a bunch of time to roll your face on your keyboard. And there's difficulty where you can actually lose and not be able to complete something. Let's take the skulls so we don't have a ton of them on the board for when we cast our Ankhekt. Oh, I forgot to move my Ankhekt up too. Especially once we have 4 tower troops. Alright, now we do this. Hope it doesn't backfire. Let's get rid of these skulls. Hit the guy with the most HP. Alright, I gotta move this Ankhekt up. Joshua says, at least you aren't getting the S bots. Some people's channel have their comment section plagued with these bots, and it's so hard to look through the comments as a result. Yeah. Arena is 500 times harder than a level 500 Pure Faction? Well, then I feel really awesome because I'm good at Arena. I win like 90% of arenas, I would say. Alright, let's move this guy up. Reason being, because he does 3 times to 5 times skull damage against towers. So we're going to move him here. And I'll still keep the Dead Gauntlet in second, because he's got a barrier, and he's going to be making a bunch of mana for the other troops on the team. So we want him not all the way behind, but I think this is the way to go. For the no. King says the other thing come within time, but Pure Faction would never come, right? I mean, you could also grind Pure Faction, like, you could grind out a bunch of gold and chaos shards and then get a bunch of treasure and up your horde level to like a crazy amount. Like, you can technically go up to 1,000 horde level, and that would give you more stats and make it easier. So you can grind and make it easier, and you can do it at the right time, like during an event with potions to make it easier. But in the end, it's all going to be based on the battles that you're doing and if you can get them done or not. And it's 250 horde level. It just starts costing like way too much versus the time you're investing. It's like diminishing returns. Alright, we got Ankhekt. Should we do this first? No. Let's wait on that. And who do we kill first here? We're going to kill this guy. He's enchanted and he has 7 mana. Let's do Ankhekt again. Enchanted. Nice. So that works really good when you got him in first slot. Georgie says, I try to get all my classes to level 70 all before I hit my account year 1. Maybe I will hit half and some delves as far as I can. That's a good goal. 70's usually, like with Frost Mage, 70's where you would, you know, not 100 on Frost Mage isn't that good. But 70, some of the classes are like that. If you can get them to 70. But like Titan, it has something good on 100. It has the, whatever it's called, where you're invulnerable to a bunch of status effects. Let's do one more with this team, and then if you guys have any teams, that way I still have 4 sigils left. Now that I have this team in the correct order. For the no. And if you don't have this Dead Gauntlet, just use the weapon from the shop. It's going to be kind of clunky because it's the same mana colors as the 2 Ankhs, but I think it'll still be fine. Maybe you can do 2 Wall of Bones or something to get more mana. And just take Skulls if you got them here, because this thing hits hard with Skulls. And, this thing's about to fly away, so I gotta kill it. And we got Skulls. So this is a pretty good team. I'd probably just continue to use this. I would not switch back to the Grey King. I wouldn't use Draculus or Crimson Bat or anything. I think this is pretty good right here. And I'd probably just stick with it going forward. But if anybody has any teams, let's do it. Remember, here's the, if you want to take a screenshot or something, here's the no team, which I'll probably continue to use. I might even save it. How do I copy? I always forget. Copied. Okay. That way I can use it later. Alright, I'll catch up in chat, and then if anybody has a team, go ahead and post it if you want. If not, we can keep going with this one, or we can do something else if you want to. Joshua says, I'm still working on the Deep Hive. Just been getting level 500. The grind is hard with just 3 delves a day. Yeah, that's the hard way to do it. When you don't have potions and you're not doing it during an event where you can buy more turns and stuff, it's super hard. I've only done that with a couple. And I think it's fun, but it's really hard. So if you're doing it that way, you know, good luck. But if you get it done, let me know, because that's pretty cool. It's really hard to do it that way, outside of an event with no potions. And I've only done it once or twice. You just have to jack your horde level up, your associated kingdom, and sometimes you have to get lucky. D-Rock says, no, 500 pure is just arena times 500. What's up, Mike D? How's it going? Dr. Mop says, ear infections suck. Drops of warm oil, olive or almond oil. Ooh, that's a good idea. I don't know if I have that, but... yeah, that's why it's so hard, D-Rock says. Strodium with delves, find rooms with spawners, except Stone Song. Less said the better, as you can manipulate a weaker troop spawn at the front for survivability. Good tip. Georgie says, I've already 15 ready to level 70, and 5 are max, so that's pretty good. King says it's still possible with potions, but still a high-level thing, and even for high-level players could be hard. Yeah, it's one of the... if you're level 500, don't be worrying about level 500. Like, I got a comment the other day on my level 500 pure faction, whatever the last faction was, the Nexus, the Umbral Nexus, and the guy was like, you're using Zul'Goth, ugh, what the F? And I say it in the video, I'm like, if you're doing level 500 pure faction and you don't have Zul'Goth, then maybe don't do level 500 pure faction, just saying, like, if you're going to complain about it. Like, you can definitely try it without Zul'Goth, and I've definitely done it without Zul'Goth, and there's some of them that you're going to have to do without Zul'Goth, right? But don't complain if I'm using Zul'Goth on one of the hardest things in the game. How about you do a different priority? You, like, prioritize something else. Go get medals. Go level up your kingdom levels and power. Go grind every event and get Chaos Orbs so you can get Zul'Goth. Don't complain to me when I'm using Zul'Goth on the hardest thing in the game. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, come on. And I probably mentioned, like, I mentioned other teams you could use as well. It wasn't like I mean, on other videos. But just go watch a different video. Like, I have other team videos with different teams. So if on that one video, the one time you finally watch my channel for the first time, and it's not exactly what you want, and I'm using Zul'Goth, and you don't have Zul'Goth, try watching a different video, like the video the day before. You know? And I say it in the video, if you're doing level 500 Pure Faction Delves, it's one of the hardest things in the game for high-end players. And if you don't have Zul'Goth, I'm sorry, maybe you should go do something else type of stuff. If you're going to complain. Otherwise, hey, try it with something else, like High King Irongut. But if you don't have High King Irongut and you don't have Zul'Goth, you might want to prioritize that, getting those troops, instead of doing level 500 Pure Faction. Like, there's an order of operation in this game. You're not supposed to be able to do certain things at a certain level. It's just like any other game. If you're playing a RPG, you don't automatically go to the last boss when you're level 1, right? Just because you can do the event doesn't mean you should, type of stuff. Just because you can go fight that giant, huge, blood red, level 500 a Cyclops doesn't mean you should go do it at level 5 and then complain when you die. King says it's still possible. Yeah. D-Rock says Crimson Bat, Dracula's Ghost Queen, any weapon, Undead class, Maze Banner. Okay, let's try it. Base rarity. He said Dracula's. Crimson Bat. Ghost Queen. And then you said an undead weapon. I'll type that in. And I would go, let's see. We can either make blue and purple, or we can make, or we can blow up and, so, this uses red and brown, okay. I'd probably go with this one. Let's upgrade it. It steals 3 life from the first enemy, gain 4 souls, deal 5 damage to the last enemy. Probably go with that. And you said Crimson Bat, then Draculus, then Ghost Queen? Yeah, that's a good order. Scarab Blade's getting super blocked, but I decided to use that, you didn't. Maybe I'd go like this, though. Is that okay? Do you care if I go like this instead? Now that a Ghost Queen's super blocked, but she's just there to give everybody 50%. And then you said Undead class and Maze Banner. If you don't like where I got the weapon, just let me know. I'll change it. So double red, double green, minus purple. Perfect. Perfect banner, perfect order. Put it in third? Okay. Oh, that's duh. Okay. Yeah, that's smart. Smart. Alright, let's try out D-Rock's team. We got Death Knight, double green, double red, minus purple, Crimson Bat, Draculus, Undead Weapon. I picked Scarab Blade with the Ghost Queen. Pamela says, I am not rushing to do pure faction. I do what I can each week when there is potions. Looks like somebody gave a super chat. Thank you, Zombie. Appreciate you. You're so nice. Hi, Cinny. Thanks for sharing your knowledge with us. So many things I don't understand in this game. No problem, Zombie. I appreciate you being here. Super solid, newish person. I think you've been around for like 3 weeks now or so. Appreciate that. Maybe longer, because you were here last month. Yeah, you've probably been around for a good month now. Month or two. Time just goes fast for me. You've probably been around a good 2 months now. I'm going to put you on the board even though I know you don't want to be. Just pretend like I didn't. But I like keeping track. It's my own thing, partly. Like, if you're not in first, second, or third or whatever, like, other than that, it's like my own thing, keeping track of who's actually participating. Let's see. Might as well cast this, right? Boom. Got a brown extra turn. Might as well. 7 mana. Nobody has mana, but let's kill something. That was cool. That was cool. Thanks again, Zombie. Pamela says, I'm not rushing to do pure faction. I do what I can each week when there is potions. Yeah. Both ways are... I think both ways are good. Depends where you're at in the game. If you're struggling to, like, get treasure and you don't have all the troops yet and stuff like that, you should probably just grind City of Thieves at level 20 instead of trying to do 500. But if you have every faction at a certain horde level, you have all the troops, and, like, now it's time to go do level 500, like, people are at that point. Certain people are at different points. Some people, it's smart for them to wait till the faction. Some people are just looking for stuff to do because they're so in game. So then they do pure faction even when it's not the event. Like, I did that. Joshua says, yeah, I'm not actually sure if those ear infections actually are ever supposed to hurt. I believe it could still itch pretty badly, at least, which can be pretty annoying to deal with. Yeah, you never know with a 6-year-old. She just doesn't like whatever's going on, you know, so she's whiny. So it could hurt, it could just itch, who knows. It's just annoying, so she's cranky. This team's cool. Hey, Cuddles! How's it going, Cuddles? Dr. Mop says, I'm an idiot. Hi, just bought 5 Draxius when I saw I already had it at level 20. Oh, at least you got some souls. You can go disenchant it. I know it's not, yeah. D-Rock says, if you want to go no hero, go Leppin 4th. I'd rather get the class experience, but some people don't need it, so good tip. Some super duper end gamers have every single class to level 100, and they don't even need their hero. But in my eyes, your hero is your most powerful troop most of the time. That's how you get a lot of your storms. Like, very little, and there's very little, I don't know how to say it, but there's not very many situations where I would not use the hero. But I know there are here and there, if you have every class to 100. Who do we do first? Like, what's order of operation? Deal 55 true damage to all enemies, gain 16 life. Steal 57 life from all enemies. Steal 7 mana from enemy, then steal 61 life, boosted by purple gems. Probably just go this first. It's in first slot. Needs the life first. Guess it doesn't matter, really. I'm overthinking it. This is crushing booty. King says I used a skull-based team, Mountain Crusher, Bone Dragon, Keeper of Souls, Ghost Queen. I know it's weird, but it works for me. Yeah, and if you're still here, Mark Joey, go ahead and put your team in there. I wasn't trying to be, like, too, you know. King says I have Hiking Iron Guts, so most of the time I reach level 500 in Delves, but Pure Faction is another story. Isn't that the truth? Pamela says, oh, Lord, do people like to whine? I am 1 power orb away from Zool, but like seeing Zool teams. Yeah, the whole thing was, like, I said it in the video, and that video is for people that, you know, it's not for everybody. Those Pure Faction videos aren't for everyone. And maybe you just want to watch it to see what you're going to use in the future. Like, just have patience is basically what it boils down to. And patience also involves going and looking at other videos that I just did the day before, where you could get a different team if you weren't watching the same. Yeah. You just happened to stumble upon my channel, and that's the first video you saw, and then you complain in the comments right away. Like, why don't you check out the video from the day before where I did Triple Cunning Stone Slicer, and you could probably take that pretty far. Or the other examples that I gave. Like, don't immediately complain. Like, if you go investigate and you see no other videos, or I'm always using Zul'Goth and you notice it, or, like, maybe, but come on. I probably shouldn't even done the skulls there. Can we steal any mana? Yeah, this is a cool team. keep going with it. Dr. Mop says, ooh, Pamela, good luck. Zool is a game changer. I agree. It's one of the best feelings in the game to get that accomplished. Zombie says, hello, chat. David Canberra is here. What up, David? How's it going, brother? David's one of our newest members. He's got that shiny new badge next to his name. He's our first ever EverQuest member, I'm pretty sure. Unless you count, like, Faceless One and Trey. But I think they, you know, they were Gems of War. And David's our first, like, EverQuest only. Shout out to Trey and Faceless One, though, for sure. Zombie says, don't. I'm just supporting your channel because you help. I know. It's for me to keep track of how many times you get to do that Stage 8 tower thingy. Like right now, as many times as until you get all rewards, basically. So I would keep doing this until I got all rewards. And then I would stop. I'm not going for the leaderboard or anything. I'm just going to get these guys back up. I think they're the main... Yeah, Ghost Queen's just there for the 50% start. Shooting her off is almost a waste of a turn. Especially if you have the Scarab Blade. Scarab. I say Scarab, I think. Hey, Marion Pierce. Can somebody please get that person for me? Thank you. Is any moderators here? Pamela says... Hold on a second. Joshua says, did Sinny skip going over the weapons on Monday? I did find it pretty funny since the weapons themselves seem pretty skippable this week. I'm not sure if you ever saw that other comment I left. Nah, I did the weapons. I remember them. It was that skull. It was that shield. I did the weapons. Pretty sure. On my preview. Zombie said I gave up after doing the stage 8 like 3 or 4 times. D-Rock says 9 possible traits versus 3 all day. Pamela, I appreciate your Pure Faction videos. I find myself looking up some of your old Delve videos. I'm going to go ahead and mute this guy. Marion. Put user in timeout. Did that work? There we go. Pamela says, to a degree, Pure Faction will always been evergreen content as people do that at different points in the game. Georgie, I recently put this team to fast farm E12 for gold plus medals. Yes, not hero, but I'm fine with that. I use Cedric, Egg Thief, HKI, and Greed, and I love it fast, and you get a lot of gold. That's a cool combination of a gold farming team and like a High King Iron Gut. That's pretty cool. No problem, Cuddles. Good to see ya. You're good. I'm glad. That's what I meant to say. King says Draculus is good for events. I didn't use him for invasion. There's no medals to boost his damage here. Mike D, DS Zombie, I remember you said I'd rather be taken off the MVP stature. We need people like you in this little community. Yeah, she just doesn't want to win. I want to keep track for myself. I like to see who's participating. Because it's not all about money, you know. Sometimes I ask questions. Sometimes it's just if you leave a comment. Sometimes, there's other things. So it's not like, hey, this person gives me lots of money. I want to keep track of that. No, it's like you participate even when it's not giving. And, like, that's just for me to know, okay, this person's being very cranky lately. Should I put a ton of time and effort into that or not? Should I cry myself to sleep when they leave? Or should I just say, whatever? Chad says, still here, but I'm lurking guild drama to work out. I just had to put some bot on time amount. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys and girls, gals. Thank you. Alright. I should probably just mute that person forever, but I like to time people out first sometimes. I don't know. I'm still figuring out what I like to do as far as that goes. Alrighty then, let's go this. Let's grab this brown just in case. Nice, it's still like two-shotting. I was afraid it would stop two-shotting, but guess not. It's pretty good team. But yeah, I would stop whenever I got to stage 12. And it's a guild thing, so you don't even have to, like, I could stop today and still make it to 12. But I want to do my share type of stuff. Alright, this is the last invasion. Oh, no it isn't. So, if anybody wants me to use any other team, now's the time. I got 2 more battles after this, as long as I don't let that Raven run away. You know, I'll look back in the chat too, but if you got it, post it. If you want to see me use it. Otherwise, we've already done 3 teams. I did a no mythic, no legendary, no Dawnbringer, so that's pretty solid for today, otherwise. Get out of here. Maybe I will keep using this team. I might have lied earlier, but then D-Rock came through with the fire. Yeah, maybe, Joshua. Let me go look at it. I'll probably remember. I thought it was the Bone Shield. It was like three weapons that make colors based on Undead or something, right? Yeah. Infernal Vulge, Staff of Otherworlds, Grasping Grimoire. Yeah, I remember saying Grimoire. You guys remember that part? Grimoire. I said it like 3 times. I remember that. I still need this tome, though. I'm going to go ahead and grab it before I forget. Just for collection. What else do we got? I forget. Oh yeah, Phoenicia this week. Phoenicia and Venoxia. The Sias. Omnicia, not included. I can make 7 power orbs, that's nuts. Let's do it! Just kidding. Let's do it! Just kidding. Let's do this! Let's craft it. We'll get a second Zul'Goth. Just kidding. Let's get 9 Scyllas. Alright. Yep. Joshua says, I think those explodey weapons are still worth crafting when they show up, for sure. But make sure you get them in the event instead. Because you're already, like, buying up in the event, you know? Let's do our just regular junk now. So... hold on. Yeah, this is pretty easy. I can use this team. Sometimes I use Phoenicia. What up, Brandon? Thank you for lurking. Appreciate it. Finally crafted Phoenicia this week, Cinny. Nice. Great job. It's very useful. Let's get those Nisha medals. So you're not underwhelmed. Or unimpressed. Because she really needs them. She like falls just short of fully clearing certain things if you don't have at least 2 Nisha medals. Like dungeon or something, like the 3rd dungeon battle or something, like some pet battles. Because normally that's what you use Phoenicia for, like all your adventure board, all your dungeon, and all your pet. Especially like Wednesday, that's like your Phoenicia day. And if you don't have enough, and also the difficulty 5 explore, you know, trophy farming bullcrap, which most people don't even do, because who wants trophies? Can't really use them for anything except for EPing. But that's another thing. Like she'll fall just short of clearing it if you don't have enough Nisha medals. So then you're like, why does everybody love this troop so much? Well, it's because it requires a certain amount of Nisha medals, or it doesn't do the thing that you think it's gonna do. I gotta think of the best 5 teams in the game by tomorrow. Because that was Lee Diesel's request as a Puppet Master, Tier 3 member. I gotta think of the best 5 teams in the game. I've been thinking about it. I'm not just like all of a sudden gonna think about it tomorrow, but it's gonna be difficult to do that. because the way the game is, to say what 5 teams are the best, it's like, you could say, like, that's just really general. Like, what's the best 5 teams for PvP? What's the best 5 teams for Delves? What's the best 5 teams for this event or that event? Or whatever. That would be one thing, but just the best 5 teams in the game in general? Now I'm going to have to, like, this team's for this team's for that, this team's for this, and that's how it's going to end up being. So, it might be something people are going to argue with in the comments, basically. Because I'm going to have to pick, like, okay, I use this team for this, I think, you know, here's this team because it does that. And other people might think, well, that's not true, like Zul'Goth and High King Irongut and, you know, Wild Queen. What if Wild Queen isn't on any of the 5 teams, but she's one of the top 3 mythics? Like, that's gonna be hard. Why are we getting so many freaking bots today, dude? Oops, I just undid it. There we go. Stupid bots. Getting a lot of bots today. Georgie says Nisha medals are running away from me. Only 1 since February. I know, man. That's crazy. They're hard to get. You gotta make it a thing you do every day. I say this all the time, so I know some of you have heard it a million times. But I recommend getting a certain amount per day. Just making it a thing you do every single day. Don't get mad if you don't get an Nisha token. You know? Just do 5 boss chests a day or something. I think that's pretty reasonable. But I would recommend starting with, like, 3 a day. And then make that a super habit that you do every single day. Then do 4 a day. Make it a super habit you never don't do. Then move up to 5 a day. Don't make it overwhelming. Because I think most people, when they're trying to farm Nisha medals, they'll say, today I'm going to farm Nisha medals. And they do it for like 5 hours straight. And then they get frustrated when they only get like 1 or 2 Nisha tokens or something. And then they're like, I'm going to do that every Saturday from now on. And then they do it the next week. They do it for 5 hours. And they get like 1 or 2 Nisha tokens. And they're like, man, this sucks. I've been doing this for 10 hours. I only got like 4 Nisha tokens. Like, how long is this going to take? Then the next Saturday, they do it for like 3 hours, and they like, oh, I got stuff to do today. Like, I can't do it for 5 hours today, so yada, yada, yada. Then the next weekend, they're like, I only did 3 hours last week, so I'm already screwing up. I didn't do 5. I'm only going to do it an hour this time. They do it. They don't get any tokens. Then the next weekend, they're like, I'm not doing it at all, because it's not a habit. It's not, you got to do it every single day and make it like a certain amount that's not overwhelming. That way you still do it every day no matter what. And that'll definitely get you more in the long run. Build an easy habit instead of trying to grind it all out in one day. Because you'll get frustrated with that quicker than doing like 3 a day or whatever. God, what the heck? Sorry about all the bots today. I don't know what's going on. Brandon says, I got 2 Nisha medals working on my 3rd. Joshua, that's good though. That's really good. That's enough. Joshua says, some people actually do craft a second Zul. I have no idea why, but I remember seeing it in PvP. Seems like a waster of power orbs. Yeah, that's true. I think it's just for EPing. I don't think it's totally useless. Like, it could be fun. Getting 2 Zuls up and then double killing. But I don't think it's like kind of getting like 2 Arachnian Weavers or 2 the Grey Kings. Like, it's slightly useful, but not, yeah, recommended. Like, you should get every top 10 Mythic before you even think about getting 2 the Grey Kings or 2 Arachnian Weavers. Or the only time that was even like when it was up for 2,000, like maybe that was the time to get 2 of them. But now it's like, you better get like the top 15 before you even think about getting 2 of anything. It's mostly for EPing, I think. Zombie says that makes sense. Impossible to have one team good at every task. Specialization makes sense. Yeah. Mike D says only way I can chat is from my phone. It's kind of the opposite for me. That's funny. But I get it. Joshua says it's so deceiving how close you are to a Nisha medal with 2 badges already in the inventory. I have 2 badges and a medal, but I can... No. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you don't get them for weeks. Georgie, yeah, that's why I put that team for gold plus medals, as it's faster than the other team. I try to do 4 to 5 bosses per day, as with the... yeah. Pamela, farming Nisha now. I have been doing several Explore 12 runs per day. Super easy, doing 12 Explore Nexus with Scorpius or Alley. True. Chuddle seems to be a higher chance of Nisha when you open all chests at the same time. Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly true, but I think it makes you feel better for sure. To be able to open a bunch all at once, you do all the hard work and then you like kind of have a bigger reward. Instead of open them all one at a time, you know. I don't think it's a wrong way to do it. I think it's fun to do it that way. I just want to see what's in there, so I always open it. That's kind of like Hanukkah versus Christmas, you know? You get one present a day for 12 days, or you can open them all at once. I usually do it the Hanukkah way, even though I'm a Christmas guy. I just open my chests one at a time. Let's go get this done. Koala, what up, man? Cinny, I have a question. Zombie says, for me, when gaming, I see messages like 26 out of 126 tasks completed is very discouraging. Same thing, 112 times? Yeah, that's crazy. I feel ya. Hey, video game chicks, how's it going? You forgot, Koala? That's funny. Yeah, I know Kimmy500 was the first person I ever saw do the save up your boss chest and open them all at once thing. That was a good video that she made. It was a good idea. And other people copied it, man. We got a lot of copycatters. It's Gems of War, you gotta give them some leeway, because even I have to make the same type of videos as other people, so you could call me a copycatter too. But when they give no credit at all, and they've done like 5, 6, 7, 8 different copycat videos, like it starts to get really annoying. And they like claim it's their own idea. Or even if they don't, they don't give any credit to anybody else. Like the Skull Waterfall team, Blue Guild Wars, opening all the chests at the same time. I could go on and on. These people, they're copycat videos. And they end up getting a lot of views. But that's the way I guess you could do YouTube, you know? You just copy other people, and sometimes you do better. It's very frustrating for me. That's why I always seem slightly frustrated. I've been doing this for way too long. And eventually I would like for it to become worth it, you know? It was cool, it was all fun and games the first year or 2 or 3. But once you get to that 4th and 5th year, it's still fun, and I love hanging out, but you know what I'm saying? Like, one day I might just say, F it, this is not worth it anymore. Especially, like, after giving it 5 years worth of trying, like, you kind of expect for it to get better and better and get more and more. Nobody goes into making a YouTube channel saying, yeah, I hope that it stays the same and I just have fun. I mean, some people might, but most people want it to become a lot, you know, I want more subscribers and more views and I want to make money one day. Like, that's what you think when you start it. You aren't starting it thinking, I hope it stays exactly the same and, like, I can just hang out. Unless it's, like, your favorite, I don't know. Maybe some people do it like that, but I didn't start it thinking like that. I started thinking it like, I hope it gets big one day and it's an awesome thing that it's worth doing. I mean, sometimes it's like there's an awesome team, right? Like the Ironhawk deal, and if some person puts it up first, like other people are going to put it up too because it's the best thing in the game, like you got to. So I don't consider that copycatting, but it's other certain things. As long as you give credit, like, it's cool, but at least give somebody some credit. Like, mention their name at least once at the end of the video or something. You don't have to, like, shout them out in the beginning for 5 minutes. Like, just mention at the end, like, hey, I got this from this person, blah, blah, blah. Why not? Or did I even have a question in the first place, says Koala. Cuddle says, yes, D-Rock, that's where I first saw it done. Matt says, except Ironhawk, double that guy up. First available chance. Yep, true, Matt. I forgot about Ironhawk. Definitely want multiple Ironhawks. Joshua says, I think the only exception for that one of the Mythic rule is Ironhawk. Yep, for sure. Yeah, D-Rock says there's a few exceptions for him. Ironhawk is definitely an exception to that rule. You want multiples as soon as possible. You almost want to just save up for two, but I would say if you have a chance to get one, go ahead and get it, because you never know when it's going to come back around, and hopefully, what if you don't even have 4K the next time? Let alone 8K. So it's all fine and dandy to save up 8K for Ironhawk, because you know you're going to want two. But if you see it and you have 4K, I say just go ahead and, like, get it, because it's the same thing as saving up 8K. You're investing in one, now you got to save up 4 more. And you're kind of locking it in instead of, oops, like, here's High King Iron Gut, and here's Wild Queen, and here's Ferris Ra. Like, I got this 8K for Ironhawk, but I'd rather lock it in, get the one, make it easier on yourself in the future. The Rowan Explorer team might still be better than Ironhawk if the player still cares about leveling classes. Yep. True statement. Cuddles says, always best to be your own original stuff. Yeah, thank you, Cuddles. Strodium says, I think my blue team is original, but someone else might have come up with it. I mean, that's always the case. It could be. It's alright, Cuddles. We seriously need a weapon that starts empowered, says Joshua. That'd be crazy. Georgie says, during Nomapalooza, I don't care about class, as you can gain some insane amount of rewards, and the class EXP is not even... Yeah, I mean, that's the recommended thing to do, is just to go your double Ironhawk and don't level a class. Just because the resources are just so crazy. Georgie says, for one GAP event, I gain 2 times the resources. Exactly. What team Strawn, says D-Rock. Did Strodium Wolf stay? Oh, blue team, yeah. I'd like to see it too. Pamela says, I can't wait to get Ironhawk. As far as I can tell, that and Ferris Ra are the best mythics to have duplicates of. Tim says, what are you using this time, Cinny? I'm driving. D-Rock recommended a really cool team, Tim. I'll say, hold on a sec. D-Rock said, Crimson Bat, Draculus, and then I put in Scarab Blade, it's the new weapon, and the Ghost Queen. It clears in 2 shots with the Crimson Bat and the Draculus. So that was really cool. And then just for my no, it was Ankhekt and the Dead Gauntlet, and then Ankhekt, and then Wall of Bones or something. I think those are the 2 best ones we came up with. I started with, like, the Grey King, Ghost Queen, something else, Dead Gauntlet, and Graveseer or something like that. Not in that order. But I think D-Rock's team's a little bit better. The Crimson Bat, Dracula, Scarab Blade, the Ghost Queen, Death Knight class, double green, double red, minus purple. And then if you want to do the no, say you don't have like Crimson Bat or Draculus or something, or the Ghost Queen, I think the Event Troop, Dead Gauntlet, the Event Troop, and then Wall of Bones or something like that for mana be the way to go. Drive safely. Alright, let's do our last dungeon here. Rich says, your opinion on grabbing Phoenicia while it's in the forge. You know, it's a top 15. It's bougie. You need Nisha medals. So if you have 2 or more Nisha medals, it's almost a top 10 mythic. But if you only have 1 or less, I would just save up and wait and go get those Nisha medals first. Because it's not going to be as useful as somebody... If somebody has 2 or more Nisha medals, you know, it's not going to be as useful if you have less than that. You're going to be unimpressed. So, I don't know, man. It's up to you. But
I think it's all based on those two or more Nisha medal rule for me. I recommend Phoenicia if you have 2 or more Nisha medals. And so she's almost a top 10 in that case. But if you have less than 2 Nisha medals, I would wait until you have like every other top 10 before you go after Phoenicia. D-Rock says, do it rich. Joshua says, Georgie, all it takes is a weapon that starts empowered that you can replace greed with, and then you can have the best of both worlds. Yeah. Strodium says, Corsair class with Osha's Tome up front, then High King Irongut and Shabana Vespera cast Osha's Tome as soon as possible, then gobble a troop with HKI. If Shabana is up, cast on Osha. That sounds cool. Georgie. Yeah, if you can share which weapon, I can test for sure. D-Rock says, who is your 4th Strawn? Last place I used Glutmaw for the pesky undevourables. You could also use Captain McCall for the 50% mana start or other troops for the blue variety. 4th place is Spare. That's always fun to have a team that's so good that you only need 3 troops and you can put whatever you want in the last spot. Wonder if Possessed King uses blue, does it? It's a good 4th slot sometimes. Or like Ulor or Vernalis or whatever. Those troops that are begging to be put in the 4th slot on any team, please. You know? Look for those troops. Whenever you have the 4th slot open, your team is like super synergetic in the first 3. There's some troops that are like begging to be put in those teams because they're not good for anything else, you know? Like the Possessed King, Ulor, Vernalis, Queen Aurora, where you never build a team around them, but they're really good in the 4th slot when teams are super synergetic and don't need a 4th. Oh, come on, you stupid, stupid person. Nice. Brandon says, do it. Rich, Ben Stiller impression. No class starts empowered. Says D-Rock. Koala says, as a man, do you like trucks and guns? I like guns, but I don't have a truck. I don't know. Joshua says, 505 refuses to give us one. That's the problem. Jared Martell, how's it going? Hello, Senny. First time watching your stream. Just started playing again after a 2-year break. Glad to see you are still doing your thing. Yeah, Jared. Good to see ya. Good to see a person that was here seeing me grind 2 years ago. I can't even imagine where I was at 2 years ago. Probably just hitting like 1K or something. Maybe like 1,500 subscribers or something 2 years ago. I don't know. Could probably go back and look. Alright, so we did our adventure board. We did invasion. We did adventure board. We did invasion. We did dungeon. I need to get my crowns bad. I really need to finish my campaign too. But I need to see what time it is. Since I started so late. Ugh. I only got 15 minutes or so left. I'm going to grind these crowns, I think. I got some work to do. Had to take the old lady to go do something. I tell her every week, like, I want to live stream at 10 a.m. I'll work around anybody else's schedule, too. I say, whatever you want, just let me know, like, ahead of time, right? So, I've been changing up my live stream schedule to fit into the family dynamic, right? So, recently it's been working, doing it 10 a.m. on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But it just seems like every week there's something else. Like, and she knows that that's when I do it, but she'll schedule things for 10 a.m. on Friday or something, or I'm like, just do it any other day or any other time, like, or let me know like a couple weeks in advance, and then I can change it up. But it's like the day before or the day of, and she's like, remember, we have that appointment at 10 a.m. today. I'm like, what? Didn't I tell you? Like, it hasn't changed. I've been doing it this day, and this day at this time for like months now. But you know how it goes. She doesn't see very much value in me doing this. Let's see. What am I doing here? Rowan, Elementalist, leveling it up while I'm trying to get crowns. But yeah, good to see you, Jared. I couldn't imagine being gone for 2 years and then coming back to this game right now. That'd be crazy. I think we were talking about that a couple live streams ago. Just like lycanthropy and all the heroic gems and like medals, and there's so much stuff that you probably don't even know what's going on. Alright, purple manacles. Let's get some crowns today. I need to catch up. Georgie said, I crafted Phoenicia as I had the diamonds. I had 13k saved, so when the Gemapalooza pop up, I filled the number back. Yeah. That's a whole different situation. If you got that many, definitely crafter. If you got 13,000 diamonds, no reason not to. Even if you had like 7,000, I'd say. I guess I should say that in my videos. It also depends how many diamonds you got. I mean, if you got 7,999, why not craft Phoenicia? You're pretty close to having enough to craft whatever pops up next. Strodium says, it's my level 12 Explorer team and is good for Blue Delves and Team Wars. D-Rock says, I asked because Brown will be in use. Unused duplicated color. Joshua, oh wait, the hypothetical empowered weapon would also need to gain an extra turn, I believe, since that is what greed is good for. Either that or an extra turn troop added that does damage to all. Wallace says, what kinds of guns do you like? Do you lubricate your AR-15? Yes, for sure. Choppa. A little nice home defense shotty. I'm not going to take it outside or anything. Just Ironhawk, Explorer 1 for quick crowns. Yeah, I'm trying to level up Elementalist too. I'm trying to do too much, you know. Needing these crowns super bad. I should probably just do Ironhawk, but I want the Elementalist experience also. I'm being greedy. Joshua says, extra turn AoE damage troop that starts empowered to be specific. Georgie, I had 17k, but on last forge I crafted the other I needed. Jared says, yeah, it's pretty wild. I quit right around when Kingdom's levels were allowed to go higher than 10, about the time Gob Truffle came out. Wow. Oh, that's true, D-Rock. That's true. We should probably not talk about that, Koala. You little, you know what? Saboteur. He's just trying to help me, really. And I appreciate it. But yeah, that's a good point, D-Rock. Don't talk about that kind of stuff on live. Good point. Sometimes I feel like I've been shadow banned, but that's probably just me crying in my pillow at night for no good reason. So I do accidentally say certain things sometimes, and you never know. That's why it's called a shadow. They just do it and don't tell you. So all of a sudden, and it happened, I've looked at my analytics before, and I'm, at one point, like a couple months ago, they stopped suggesting me out as much. So maybe I said something that they didn't like. And they don't even tell you. It'd be nice if they would tell you, like, hey, you mentioned this thing that we really don't want you talking about, and so we had to shadow ban you. And this is how you, like, get the ban lifted, you know? They should say that, but they don't, because I know other channels that it's happened to. And they said it was super hard to get un-shadow banned. I don't even know how you would do it. I think you had to contact them and stuff. What Explorer level gives 2 class experience? I don't think any. I think it's all just 1. Unfortunately. It's more like adventure board and dungeon and like pet battles. Those are the things that give 2. But yeah, you can't just do like difficulty 12 and get 2. I think it all gives the same. It's like the quickness of it, you know? We're clearing it so quickly, it might as well be 2. Dang, Jared, says D-Rock. Joshua says, I'm not sure if Ferris Raw is worth the craft at this point. I'm closing in on 600k of 1 million souls needed for Dawnbringer, and I'm not sure what I would need them for after the whip. Right. Joshua keeps saying everything that I would say. That's awesome. That shows that you're listening. And I appreciate that. I feel like Ferris Ross definitely fell off. He's fell off, no matter what it is. If you thought he was like the third best mythic, he's definitely like fell off a bit. He could be 7th or 8th or 9th. If you thought he was 5th or 6th, he might be 10th or 11th now. If you thought he was 10th, he might be 15th now. It's just like, with all the souls flying around in the vault event and the vault keys with the Iron Hawk and all that, it's just something else came into the game that made it easier. And it's not like Ferris Raw got worse. It's just that something else is in the game that you can also use, which makes it fall off a little bit. I don't know, we can go check. I've never even thought about it. Let's go see. I'm pretty sure you just get one, right? Pretty sure you just get one for every single difficulty. Like, I've never heard a person say, do difficulty 12 because you get more class experience. But a lot of the time you have to use a certain class to even do difficulty 12 properly. Pamela says, I had Dawnbringer and got it without Ferris Raw. They would have to bring out something that required a ridiculous amount of souls to make it. Yeah, the only thing right now is like leveling up every single troop in the game, and meddling troops, right? Doesn't that cost souls? So you still need quite a bit of souls, but you could still just do Ironhawk Vault event business to do that. Yeah, trophies increase, but not class experience. That's what I thought. Yeah, we can do difficulty 12. Let's go somewhere else, though. Even though I need my crowns. Let's see how far I am. I'm gonna make sure I still got enough time. I think one of those rewards was from yesterday. Not sure, though. That's what sucks about this thing. I don't even know how far I can go today. I think to here at least. So that's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. I only have 3 more days. Yeah, I got 9 days left, so I'm fine. We can do some difficulty 12. Let's just see if we get 2 class experience. Just test it. Pretty sure you don't. Doo-wop, shooby-doo. 12. Get out of here. Yeah, see 1. Difficulty 12, explore. I think delves, don't you get more in delves too? You get 2. That's why doing, I'm pretty sure, right? Delves, adventure board, maybe, right? Adventure board? Delves, adventure board, dungeon, pets. That's where you would, and class events, technically, right? If you want to get twice the class experience, those are the places. Pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. What about PvP? I don't do PvP very much. And I'm pretty sure it's something like adventure board, dungeon, pet battles, delves, class events. Something like that. Might as well run through, get a boss chest now that we're doing this already. And I'll probably stop there, just not because, I just gotta do some work. Or else I would live stream longer. Let's do that. Because you guys were really awesome today. I appreciate you. I almost want to live stream tomorrow, but I got to make a couple of videos. like for Lee, and then I want to make that other video, so I probably won't, honestly, but I was thinking about it. We need purple. Oh, you suck. That's the only bad thing about this team. If you lose your hero super early. Yep, we're in trouble. We really got to get Zul back up. He's our only chance. That sucks. Alright, there he is. Just don't kill my Thrall, please. I'm not gonna let you do that. It might have been stupid, but I'll just do this anyway. Just do this anyway. Alright, we're still fine. Sometimes you lose your hero and it's like, clench your butt cheeks. That was fine though. Just made it a little slower. Alright, let's try not to do that again. Yeah, hopefully we got a moderator to get those bots, but maybe I need to make somebody else one eventually. We usually have Chad or DC or Shinori or somebody here. 60K last I checked, said Joshua. Georgie said, I've done the level up all troop I've had to up to its top level based on rarity. Cost me about 1.8 million souls. I still have 1.3 million. Yeah, the only thing would be meddling then, because it costs souls to medal up troops. And you got to medal up every... I mean, you could technically medal every troop in the game, right? So, however many souls that costs, right? Doesn't it cost souls? So that's the other thing that people forget about that you need souls for. And they added that into the game just for people that had way too many souls, right? So you already had Dawnbringer, you already leveled up every troop in the game. Then they had like millions of souls that they weren't doing anything with. So they added that in. You know what I'm saying? To give them something to spend them on. Joshua says I'm doing regular soul farming without Ra at the moment. D-Rock of Scorpion, Urali, and Nexus is back on top. Yep, it's good. I think it's about the same as this, but it's good. Joshua says I'm not sure if Duskbringer needs to be rushed as much as Dawnbringer. Yeah, it's kind of sucks actually, Duskbringer. Vark Tech says Erica. Is that a bot? Jared, so I'm farming souls with Phylactery, Sacrificial Priest, Ferris Rod, and Leprechaun. Is this not good anymore? No, it's still the best, Jared. It's still the best. There's other things that have come out since then that are good, but that's still the best. Like there's Judge of the Dead. He's okay if you want to do it a certain way, but he's not faster and you don't get more. How many bots have we gotten rid of today? Like, I know I've done like 3 or 4. And I think a couple mods did 1 or 2. We've had like 6 bots today. That's crazy. That's our new record. We set a new record for bots today. Alright. Let's see if we can beat our record next time. 12. Great. But I should get an extra turn, so that was worth it. Cool. A virus site. Dustbringer's worthless, says D-Rock. Dustbringer. Dr. Mop says, I'm waiting for one little bendy weapon to craft Duskbringer. Yeah, I've heard it's poop, but yeah. It's just a thing to get. It's like a trophy. You might as well get it. It's cool with, like, I think a certain... I forget what typing makes it hit harder. But you can make, like, okay teams with it. It's not terrible. It's terrible based on, like, how much it costs to make it. So people say it's bad because of that. Like, it takes so much resources and time to make Duskbringer. But if it just came in as a regular weapon, like some other way, it would still be okay. Like, nobody would say it's terrible if it just came in through an event or something and you just had to pay some gems. So most people say it's crappy because it costs so much, and they are disappointed in it. Not because it's, if you got it for free, you know? If you got it for free, it would actually be decent. But I never use it, so that might say something to you as well. Joshua says, it's good, Jared. Ferris Rod just refused to show up at Soulforge again soon enough for me, and now I'm only a few 100,000 away for Dawnbringer. Yeah, we've had freaking bots like all day. 6 of them or something. Yeah, when I got Dawnbringer, I didn't get Ferris Raw until I had like 650,000 souls or something, so it only really helped me get the last... Yeah, I was already like halfway there, at least. I think I already had all those other weapons, and you know how it costs actually more than $1 million? I think I already had the like prerequisite, and I only needed like 300,000. So I was more than... I was already like 80% there or something, or when I got Ferris Raw. But it made that last 20% go pretty fast, so it was cool. It's definitely not necessary, but it definitely does make it go faster, so I'm gonna do this first. I should have took the red extra turn. I don't know what I was thinking. You've killed Dustbringer teams with treasures. That's crazy. Alright, let's go to the 2-hour mark. So, in doing that, I'm probably just going to say goodbye, because that's going to take 2 minutes or so, you know, I don't think I shouted out all the members, did I, for last month? I might do that, too, real quick, just to get it done. Yeah, maybe I did. I can't remember. Oh, well. I think I'll just do it this month at the end of the month, instead of doing it now. I feel like I did, but maybe I didn't. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I think I'm good. I'm done for the day. Appreciate you guys so much. It was a good live stream. Going forward, got to make that video for Lead Diesel tomorrow, so expect that. I have another video in mind that I'm going to do today or tomorrow, so at least a Gems of War tomorrow, at least. But possibly another one by tomorrow, so 2 Gems of War videos in the next 2 days. I'm trying to do a lot more EverQuest, so I might throw an EverQuest in by Sunday at some point. We got spoilers on Sunday, of course. Some sort of guide or list video on Saturday, of course. Another one thrown in there. And then Monday, weekly preview. Tuesday, Teams Tuesday. Wednesday, live stream, 10 a.m. EST. And then back to Sekiro Thursday. Trying to finish that game up. I know I'm pretty close. Pretty close. Unless it makes you backtrack through the entire game. Like, and if that's the case, then we might have a lot more than I think. But I think what game did that? I think I'm thinking of Silent Hill 4. Where you beat all the levels and then it makes you backtrack through all of them with a co-op, like a person you gotta take with you. As long as it isn't a bunch of that, we're almost done. It's all good, Mike D. I'm out of here too, so appreciate you, man. D-Rock said I got to 700k and did a 500k disenchant. Wow. Joshua, yeah, I've done similar. I think I've done 600. I know you've probably done more too. Joshua, I think Ferris Raw is very dependent on how early you can get him. He falls off the top 10 list pretty quickly, especially considering the Vault Event Edition. Yep. Some people make their top 10s based on, like, getting them as your first mythic type of stuff. I don't do that. But, you know, if you got Arachnean Weaver first, you would call it, like, the best mythic in the game, you know? If you got Infernus, like, at level 200, it would be a top 10. But I'm talking about in a vacuum, late, you know, all the mythics. That's my top 10. I'm not saying, like, If you get this one first, it's the best. But there are some troops, the earlier you get them, the better they are. 100%. Ferris Ra being one of them. If you like have no progress at all towards Dawnbringer and you get Ferris Ra, then it's going to be the most useful ever. If you already have Dawnbringer and Duskbringer and then you get Ferris Ra, it's going to be almost useless. Like, it's kind of, yeah, and then Dawnbringer's the same way. Once you get Dawnbringer, if you can get it sooner, it's way better. A really big AoE damage with a barrier on every single troop on your team, like that's really good if you're level like 500. But if you're level 1500, you only use it to do quick clear on like early in events and stuff. Like it's not that useful anymore. So a lot of troops and weapons are like that. The sooner you get them, the better they are. Then the ones I say are top 10 are good no matter what, like High King Iron Gut and the Wild Queen and Grey King and Zul'Goth. Like no matter when you get them, whether it's early or late, they're good. So that's how I do my top 10s. Like no matter when you get it, top 10. Zombie says, take care, Cindy. Have fun, chat. Thank you so much, Zombie. Appreciate you. Cuddle says, thank you, Cindy. Have a good day. Have a good day, everyone. Jared says, goodbye, Cindy. Thanks for all you do for the game. I enjoyed my stay. Well, good to see you back. Appreciate you. It's all good, Chad, man. I know you're dealing with some stuff. It's all good. Updated tier list. I literally just did one, Dwight. It's the video that plays when you go to my channel. Mythic tier list that I did less than a month ago. So I do need to do like a legendary tier list and like maybe, yeah, I could do some other tier lists, but I literally just did a mythic tier list. I think last Saturday. So maybe the Saturday before last. I did Pure Faction last Saturday. It was the Saturday before last, Dwight. So go check it out. Just go click on my face there, and it's the freaking video that plays when you go to my channel. So easy to get. All right, thank you for joining me today. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below. Hey, Chad, when you're having your guild drama, just go in there and say, everybody subscribe to Sinnycool. You know how, like, when you're arguing with your old lady, if you just get naked, it fixes everything? You know? Just get naked. Fixes it. You can't argue while you're naked. So that's what you're going to do with your guild drama. You're just going to go say, subscribe to Sinnycool. Just kidding. You already did that anyway. Thank you for joining me today. Pamela, Dwight, thank you so much, Dwight. Good to see you. Chad, of course, our MVP, first ever. DC United, our current MVP, by the way. Mike D, thank you for moderating also, Chad. Appreciate that. Bunch of bots today. You're putting in the work, huh? That's what I need you for there. There's stuff like that. Jared, Cuddles, D-Rock, Zombie, Joshua. D-Rock Mike D was here. Chad, Joshua. Not going to say the bots' names. Dr. Mop Sister 2 was here. Joshua, Jared, D-Rock. Also, secret code, go comment, go like and comment on that Sekiro video and you can get a point, but I'm not going to tally it up yet. I'm going to go tally it up sometime, though, so you got to do it quick. But if you haven't liked and left a comment saying that you liked, you can do that on the Sekiro video. I haven't tallied the points up yet, so hurry up and go do that and you can get a point. Georgie, Joshua, D-Rock, Pamela, thank you for joining me today. Jared, good to see ya. Georgie, Koala, of course. Hopefully, Koala, you didn't take that the wrong way. I was, like, going along with it, and, yeah. I appreciate you, man. He's always saying, like, this or that, and, like, keeping the chat going, like, what food's the best, this or that. Like, it keeps the chat going. So, I really appreciate Koala, but D-Rock was probably right. We probably shouldn't talk about that thing. But it is what it is, you know? But I do appreciate it, man. I like the effort, or whatever. It's the thought that counts. Joshua, D-Rock, Strodium, Georgie, Jared, Brandon was here. Rhodium, D-Rock, Georgie, Rich Kaufman was here. Good to see you, Rich. Tim was here. Drive safe, brother. Have a good day at work. Pamela, Georgie, Joshua, Cuddles, Strodium, Matt was here. Good point there. Double Ironhawk. Cuddles, Zombie, Koala, Video Game Chicks, thank you for dropping in. AKA Misha, I think. Cuddles, Pamela, Georgie, Zombie, Mike D. Zombie, Joshua, Brandon, Georgie, Zombie, Mike D. Matthew Hunter, thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys and gals. Appreciate that. Cuddles, Chad, Mike D, Pamela, Zombie, David. David Canberra was here. He watches all my videos, even though he only plays EverQuest. I love people that do that. I know there's other people that do it, but I just want to mention, you know, he's a new person that's doing that. So the people that do that are almost the most valuable. Zombie with the 10, thank you again. King was here. Cuddles was here. Strodium was here. Dr. Mop. Matthew. Joshua asking about my child. I appreciate that. Steven G. Talking about Xlax. Tyrion. Shark was here. Funky Town, Texas. BB King. That's why I keep going, because there's new names up here. Trey Bobuff, of course. Happy birthday to Casey. From Trey and all of the sinners. Happy birthday to Casey. Joshua. Pamela with the dollar. Appreciate that. Keep it going, you know? If everybody did that, it would be awesome. But, you know, dollar's awesome. That's what I'm trying to say. Trey with the 5. Appreciate that. King D-Rock Funky. Rich Cyber Meister. Good to see ya. New person. Appreciate it. New people, always nice to see. Matthew, Joshua, Chad, and that's as far as I can go up. And I know other people gave, and I really appreciate it. Chad and DC, I'm pretty sure, was the other two. So thank you so much. Hey, John Fitzpatrick. What's up, man? I hope you have a good day. Good to see you before we get out of here. Everybody, John's here. Good to see you, brother. All right, y'all. We'll see ya. Go check out that updated tier list, Dwight. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for some sort of guide or list video. And live streaming again on Wednesday, 10 a.m. EST, unless something crazy happens and I decide to do a Gems of War after dark or something. But we'll see. I'll also put a community tab poll out to see if you guys like this time better. Maybe we could start doing 11 or 12 or 1, and I could just do all my work first. I could switch stuff around in the day. So maybe I'll put a community tab poll out, so look out for that as well. But anyway, see you guys. Have a great day. Yeah, Ironhawk was already in the cycle, I'm pretty sure. Joshua. Dr. Mop says chocolate. Kind of chocolate. Anyway, I'll see y'all. Have a great day. You're the best. Love you so much. Peace out. See ya next Wednesday for live stream, but every other day we'll have a video too. So just comment in the comments, and I'll talk to you. Peace.